All right, so Quant Crawler is pissing me off. So I am going to show you guys. I'm in the GPT editing it, and I want to show you what I'm telling it to do and update so you guys can see the changes I've made. I figured if you guys are using it, you've been supporting it from the very beginning, you should at least see the changes that I'm making to it. On top of that, I've already saved a copy of it. So if this really, the updates I'm going to do, if for some reason it stops acting how it should or starts acting weird, I can always revert it back. But I took 3 trades yesterday and I took 4 trades today. We lost a funded account that was in demo mode. I'm about to lose a second one and it went 0 for 6. So something has changed in how it's breaking down the analysis on stuff, and I need to figure it out right now. All right, so we're in here and I'm just going to start talking to it. If you guys haven't seen it, this is the GPT creator within Chat GPT. It's nothing fancy, it's nothing crazy, but this is where you actually go to create it. So I'm going to just ask it a couple questions and see what it says. So this thing's pissing me off so much, we're going to talk to it like an absolute infant. I'm going to say to start, do not change anything about QuantCrawler unless I explicitly tell you to make updates. If you understand that, reply in one sentence, I understand. Thank you. Just going to say thank you. The last 6 sessions I've used you and uploaded charts, they have all resulted in bad advice and the wrong reads. What can be done to tighten up the analysis and how can we make this better? Going 0 for 6 is not going to work. We're going to be real sassy here. So this right here is immediately giving me some questions because is what it was supposed to do. It's this section right here. Optional enhancement, force QuantCrawler to label time alignment. Example being 15-minute trend disagrees with 1 minute, no confluence, stay away. It's supposed to be operating where all 3 charts have to have the same trend. If one is bearish and 2 are bullish, it's supposed to tell you to stay away. So this right here tells me it's not doing that. So all 3 charts are supposed to be in agreement with each other. So that's clearly not happening. So that's problem number 1. I'm going to write that down. Problem number 1. So all 3 charts must be in agreement with each other. If all 3 charts are not suggesting the same outcome based on your analysis, the read needs to be stay away. So that's number 1. That's should have been there from the beginning and it's not. So this doesn't concern me as much right here. Teach QuantCrawler to prioritize volume, delta, relative volume, and liquidity sweeps over candle shape when structure is conflicting. I don't think it's not going to get enough details off of the charts because the charts are so micro. When on the 15-minute, you'd have to give it volume by candle, every single candle, and it's just not going to do that. We're not going to table that as an update. Lack of statistical weighting. See, this is what I want right here. I didn't have this in the beginning. Add a quant confidence model that scales output. Expected direction, short confidence 68, historical hit rate 73% for this setup type. That's what I want right there. I want it to tell me this one's 68, but the historical hit rate is 73%. So I can see, is this above or below historically what has happened on an average? This would make low conviction setups stand out before acting. We need that. So we're going to add that on here, and I'm going to have it adjust that as well. There's not much on the Catalyst integration that we can do because I told it about the FOMC meeting, and then it remembered it, and it's not like there's a Catalyst every week, and it can't predict the news. So it doesn't have a live news tracker where it can be like, Trump just said this, the market's going to shit, or Trump said this, the market's going to skyrocket. There's no way that it can be integrated into, so there's nothing I can do on number 4. Risk reward and invalidations. In some losing trades, the invalidation levels are too tight or not clearly honored. Force QuantCrawler to state invalidation in points or percentage, not just zones. Stop loss. We could, but I don't see how that's going to fix anything. If anything I'm doing here, you guys see, tell me in the comments because I'm like, I'm good at what I do here with this stuff, but there are people that are smarter than me. So if you see something, please call it out. It'll help me. I don't want you guys to think I'm sitting here as a know-it-all. And bias feedback loop. If user bias is influencing setup, subtle phrasing like I think long scalp GPT may mirror it. Can be trained to ignore it. Yeah, it needs to ignore that, but I don't ever say anything like that. Hey, this looks like it should be long. What do you think? Because it's going to agree with you because it's Chat GPT in any scenario typically always agrees with you even when it shouldn't. So we're going to fix that as well. Just so you guys can see what I'm doing, I'm adjusting the bullet points over here so when I reply to it, it's going to know what I'm talking about and what I want. This is on, the first one I did is on number 1. So let's sample an output of what we have. Look how close, I had one of these going. Look how close that is right there to ticking out on its call. I was literally about to be out $280 and getting pissed off. So I guess I'm not 0 for 6 yet. But look at that, man. That looks like it's hitting the line. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see this. That. Look how close we got to our stop loss of losing 279, and now we're up 132. That's wild. It'll be the same on this other one. I'm doing it on 2 accounts. Look at that. This one's up 138. Anyways, sorry. All right. I am saying here, I have 3 points I want fixed. Please don't over update. I just want you to instill this in your workflow and code. Do not make any other adjustments besides these. In addition to this, let's call the Quant Crawler we have as it stands right now version 1. The updates is going to make version 1.5. If I don't like the updates or revisions you make and the changes don't work, if I say revert to version 1, will you be able to recall exactly as things stand right now? Yes, I can absolutely do that. Preserve version 1 as it stands right now, and any adjustments will create version 1. If you say later revert to version 1, I'll restore the current configuration exactly as it stands. No drift, no leftover changes. Go ahead and list your 3 points for 1.5. All right, it's going to recap with me, so let's make sure we like these. To confirm, before I implement version 1.5, here's what the update will do. Chart agreement requirement. QuantCrawler will now require full confluence between the 15, 5, and 1. If all 3 timeframes do not align on structure, direction, and momentum bias, the output will automatically default to stay away. This will be stated explicitly in the reasoning. Example, 15-minute uptrend disagrees with 1-minute distribution. No confluence, stay away. Quant Confidence Model. Each analysis will now include expected direction, confidence percentage, quantitative strength of the setup based on structure and confluence, historical hit rate percentage, typical back-tested win rate for this setup arch type example, expected direction short, confidence 68, historical hit rate 73%. QuantCrawler will completely ignore any user suggested bias or directional hint in the prompt. It will evaluate the setup from scratch and base its call solely on data, not the trader's stated opinion. So that's going to help. But I'm going to ask it on this one right here, number 2. I don't know where it's going to get this data right here. Historical hit rate, typical back-tested win rate for this setup archetype. Where is it going to pull this data from to know what the historical hit rate percentage is? Because it's not linked into anything. So is it going to do a live web search and scroll back X amount of months, years, whatever? So I'm going to ask it some clarity on that real quick. I'm going to continue with my SAS. I have a question on number 2. For the historical hit rate data, where are you going to find the information to come up with that percentage? Are you going to live search the history, analyze and provide the percentage, or are you just going to wing it? Because we don't just wing it. We are professionals here. Over here thinking we're going to half-ass everything. We whole-ass everything around here. That's what we do. Don't give me access to a real historical data. QuantCrawler can use a fixed internal reference model, essentially a predefined table. Reasonable hit rates derived from known setup. Breakout retest setups historically 68 to 74% win rate. So it's just going to go off of a general. Breakout retest setups can be, what's the breakout retest? Is it on ES? Is it on futures? Is it on options? Is it on gold? What is it pulling this number from to be a retest? Live or user provided data. If you want true statistical, I can build the model to pull historical hit rate data from uploaded trade logs, CSVs, or simple or specific tick data you provide. QuantCrawler would then compute the win percentage for each setup type. That would make it a real evolving quant model. That would be cool, but that's a lot to explain in this short paragraph where I'm already discussing the win rate and telling people, because people are already trying to scam this, and basically people are going to my website, pulling the link to this and then trying to sell it to people. That's why I have this part here now, is because people are asking if I do affiliate marketing and I don't. So now they're just making it on their own to try and sell people the link to QuantCrawler, and they don't know they can get it from my website. So that's really cool. They're making money off of me. I'm not even making money. I built the fucking thing and I don't even make money. And over 20 people have bought it from this guy and I can't get it shut down. Selling it for $29.99. Live market data search. If you'd prefer me to run a quick browser-based backtest snapshot, check trading viewer futures, I can do that per analysis, though it's slower and limited by public data availability. So that wouldn't be too bad, but it's going to slow it down. Option a statistically anchored model. God, I don't know, because I don't really like this very much. I'm going to have it remove the historical hit rate percentage now until I get feedback from you guys on what you would want. So I'm just going to say, let's just skip the historical hit rate percentage for now. I will pull the people who use this to see what the community wants to do. I don't want to mess it up even more or anything like that. So Only implement the following two functional upgrades. All chart confluence requirement 15.5 and 1 don't align output, stay away with explicit reasoning. Quant confidence model still included but without historical hit rate data. Yep. Bias immunity ignores all. I'm going to say this one more thing. On option 1 for all the chart confluence, I want you to ask the user if they would like you to give a read based on the charts of 2 out of 3 match. I want your initial read to be exactly what you were stating. If the 3 don't align, I want you to say stay away. But I want you to give the user the option knowing that the charts don't all agree 100%. That should keep it close to what it's doing right now, but tell you to stay away if it thinks you should. But if you want to continue, that's on you at that point. There always has to be a little bit of human emotion that can play into how you're feeling on it. So I don't want to completely take that away and have people not be able to make their own decisions if they're trying to follow this exclusively. Sometimes you just have to make up your mind for yourself. Maybe even take a little bit of a gamble, even though you're trading, you shouldn't gamble, but to each their own, man. I'm not here to judge you. Final rule, chart confluence logic, primary rule. If 15.5 and 1 timeframes do not align, QuantCrawler will output current reads, stay away. Timeframes not in full agreement. Follow-up prompt. I will then ask 2 of the 3 charts are aligned. Would you like me to generate a conditional read based on the dominant 2, lower confidence? User answers yes in all caps. We'll proceed to produce a conditional setup labeled clearly as, I like that, warning sign. Conditional analysis, 2 of 3 confluence only, reduced confidence. If the user answer says no or ignores the question, QuantCrawler stays with stay away and halts analysis. All right. To version 1.5. So while it goes through and updates, I'm going to change the description when it's done. I'm going to let it do its thing. I'm just going to say this is version 1.5. If anybody has any issues, I do need to know about it so I can change this. A lot of people are using this. Got over 1,000 chats in 7 days. So I need to know if something's not working. Changed all of this right here again. Your enhancements are now active. Strict. Well, you can now begin testing whenever you're ready. So configure it. I am ready to upload my charts. At this point, we're going to take the 77% win rate off. We're going to leave this here. We'll leave that. All right, that's what we're going to say. Version 1.5 updated on 11.4. Update overview on my YouTube channel. Quant-driven market analysts, yada. We're going to take the real results out. People can get their own real results, or they can see it on my channel. That'll get them there. Have that there. We are going to update. So there's a live update being pushed right now. Add that part to reach out immediately with any issues, please, so I can look into it. So there we have it. There's our update. I'm going to go test it. I'm not going to record it because I'm going to cuss and get mad, and not going to do that to you guys. That's the update. I'm going to test it, and we will make an update video either later tonight or first thing tomorrow morning when the market's back open.